Welcome everyone to X-Plane 11. We are currently sat on the ground at Painfield at Washington State, and I've got a real treat for you. Please climb aboard. This is our own personal private business jet that we're going to use today, and this is in fact the Carenado Citation 2, their very first port over to X-Plane, and you know what? It is their best effort in their business jet range today, in my opinion anyway. I have quite a lot of their aircraft now, quite a fleet, including the King Airs and the Premier business jet as well, which came after this. But I do feel that this one is just that extra bit special. It's done really well. Everything's VR ready, which is very important, of course. And this was actually their, as I say, their first port over from Prepared. And I used their Citation 2 in Prepared for years and years and years, and that was my favourite business jet. And when they did jump into the world of X-Plane, I did wonder how it would be implemented, but they've actually done an even better job than when it was first released with Prepared. They've just added so much more little features, obviously with the VR compatibility, and the sounds, I think they're either redone or they're just been optimised and changed and improved hugely. Now, as you can see, as we're panning around the aircraft, it's very, very detailed. But there's another reason why I'm showing this aircraft today. I have been flying this thing non-stop for the past 3 days. It's really, really a beautiful aircraft to fly. And at the moment, Carenado have got a 35% discount on pretty much all of their X-Plane aircraft, including this one. Just look at the PBR work there. It's really good on frame rate as well. We're getting an easy 45 frames per second here. And of course we are in VR, and in VR you really get a sense of all that detail, just as the developer intended. So we're going to climb aboard anyway, so we're going to come around this side here. And yeah, you've got a free ticket, guys, to climb aboard this very expensive business jet today. If I can get it right, hang on a second. Hang on a minute, try and get myself aligned a bit there. There we go. Right, we're going to just pretend that we're going up these stairs. A lot of people ask me how do I move around. I use basically my right hat switch and rocker switch on my Eclipse yoke, which works a treat. Look at the inside of this cockpit. Sorry, cabin. It is absolutely beautiful and really well done. Top effort here to Carenado. I just really feel that this is one of their best business jets today. In fact, I do fly business jets quite a lot on the channel, if you've noticed. I'm a big fan of that style of flying. Wow, all these work perfectly. And I think there's only probably a selection, a very small selection that I really could recommend as the best business jets for X-Plane. I think one of them is the Challenger 300, which is more like a mini airliner. Look at that, all that works perfectly. And these click spots as well. Wow, that's so cool. The other one's the Aerobasque Eclipse 550, funny enough. And of course, this one, I would recommend this over the Premier because it's just really, really nicely modelled and really good on frame rate. And the cockpit, in fact, what we'll do is we'll just close the door here just to show you the brilliant VR compatibility. Whoop, there we go. And we're going to head into the cockpit. All of these stuff, everything is brilliantly modelled. This is the real party piece of this aircraft, but personally for me, oh god, the 4K texture work in the cockpit and all those analog gauges, it excites me quite a lot, I've got to admit. So enjoy the beautiful sounds of this Citation. We've got the windows open as well, so you can really fully hear those sounds. There we go, that's coming online now. I love that tape, that kind of strip. It's very, very old school. ITT is rising nicely, up to about 60%. Turbines coming online, that's 50%. Fuel flow is good. Fuel quantity is not too bad. I think we should be alright with that, hopefully. Wow. So with the flight plan now dialed in, we've just listened to ATIS, we've got our pressure. We're just going to put the rest of our lights on here, nav lights. We are ready to taxi. And another thing that I really love about this particular business jet is the visibility. It's really excellent inside the cockpit. That huge sort of windshield, especially as it goes very low down, you can see a fantastic view out there of the wing and the surrounding terrain. Now we've got Just Flight's Traffic Global plug-in, and that's why we have got loads and loads of busy traffic here, including some Airbuses. Wow, look at all that, amazing. And 747s. But today we have got our own personal jet. So I think everything's clear, making sure there is no traffic around. We're going to set our trim for takeoff. And flaps down. That noise is just my trim wheel waking up. I always forget to wake it up before beginning my flight. Wow, a bit of a slope on this runway here. So Painfield is quite a large airfield, much larger than I remember. So we are put our takeoff trim in. Landing lights can come on. Should have done that before we entered the runway, but never mind. Strobes are on. I think we are ready to go. Those sounds are really, really nicely done. And can you hear all those rattles? All the bumps. Oh, and the rumble as well. Because we've got our landing gear down still. So we're going to raise that. You really get off the ground very quickly. Flaps are coming up. And there we have it, guys. So welcome to Washington State, Orbx style. I think an aircraft like this is just perfect for touring around and picking up all those VIP passengers. Now we'll engage the autopilot soon. A little hazy today. We're using real world weather. I'm not going to go very high up. But first of all, we're just going to intercept our course. We need to do a bit of a backtrack here.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
So, I mean, this aircraft from Carenado is fairly old now, but I tell you what, it is their best business jet, in my opinion. They really got it right with this model. Those F-mod sounds are nicely done, as you can hear as you pan around. But we are now currently on a bit of a left base for Arlington, and I just love the visibility in the Citation too. You can really see everything so clearly. It's almost like you're in a bubble canopy. And I don't know, it makes for a really pleasurable flying experience. You don't really feel like you're in a business jet so much, because I think you're still connected to the feeling of flight, if that makes sense. Some of the other ones, like the Premier and the Hawker and the Challenger, you really are sort of cocooned inside the cockpit, if that makes sense. But with this, I'm really looking out and seeing the terrain really well, and just visualising my reference points. I don't need to be inside the cockpit so much. Frame rate is absolutely excellent as well. I remember the old prepared version was a bit of a frame rate hog for me. and I did wonder what this would be like in X-Plane, but yeah, no problems at all. And this is pre-Vulkan, by the way. I'm using version 11.41, but this does work fine in Vulkan, in case you're wondering. I have also tested it, and it's very smooth. Okay, so you're on a bit of a left base. Now listen to the landing gear as it comes down. And the rumble there from the airflow being disrupted. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, we're going to go flaps 1. Okay, we're coming in a little high here. Should be fine.
400.
Back off a bit there, we go.
300.
Little high.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Those call outs
10.
are very nice. There we go. Gradually ease the power up, otherwise you get a warning like that. Flaps to take off, clear that, and then we're airborne again. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the autopilot for this particular leg.
Bank angle.
Just
Bank
going
angle.
to, because I must admit I really like hand flying this bird. That's another thing I love about this business jet. A lot of aircraft of this type, you basically just fly in systems, but with this you really are hand flying. This is definitely my favourite business jet of them all, without a doubt. So if you are wondering, if you are in the market for an aircraft like this fulfills a lot of roles. I've said you can fly in the smallest airstrips. It's got a lot of character. It's not too systems heavy. The Carenado version is beautifully modelled, as you can see here, and frame rate is superb. Right, anyway, let's put the autopilot on, which is down here. I'll just go down here so you can see. So we're going to first of all, AP1 here. We're going to go nav mode, GPS mode, there we go. That's captured that, and then we're going to go altitude hold. Simple as that. So we can really have a nice tour around the cockpit now that we are, we've got the autopilot working. Just put the landing lights off. You see, I'm using my manipulators here, the Windows Mixed Reality controllers, to do everything. I don't need the mouse or anything. You can remove the yoke as well to get to certain buttons and switches. Got our air conditioning, switch that on. What else we got here? Our fans. Probably should have, well, windshield bleed air. Can you hear that actually? Can you hear that sound? Should have that on, whoops. Switch that off again. Oh, nice. As I've said before, it's the little details that make a difference with an aircraft. You know, when you've got those sounds that they didn't need to go to that length to do that. But when you do start fiddling around with switches and stuff, and there's actual, you know, a physical response or an audio response to what you're doing, it makes a big difference. As you tour around in the cabin, guys, put your feet up and enjoy a relaxing cruise in your own personal business jet. You know, I really do look after you guys, don't I? One day we're flying a Vulcan around the skies, and the next day we're in America in our own private jet, champagne and everything, enjoying those stunning views. And you really can in this particular model Citation, because as I say, the cockpit is really nicely done. Yeah, I think I've come to a conclusion now, to be honest. Sat here, this is my all-time favourite business jet for X-Plane. Because the Challenger 300 is a wonderful aircraft, but it is a very big, more like a mini airliner. But in terms of what I love about what a business jet can do, you know, go into those really small airfields, but also you're able to kind of fly really high and fast and have that character. The fact it's all VR ready, and it's brilliant on performance, and those sounds as well, and it's kind of from a bygone era now of business jet travel. Yeah, this is my favourite, definitely. So there we are, that is Tacoma International right there, and we're going to make a pattern entry, and what I'll do is engage reverse thrust just so you can hear that rumble, incredible sound, and you really do slow down very quickly indeed. But as a sort of conclusion to this video, even though I know this aircraft has been out now for quite a while, this is my new favourite business jet. It's a true business jet in the sense that you can do so many different things with it. It's not limited at all, really. You can take this anywhere you want to. And just that view, look at that. I can see so far out. Wow, look at that bridge there, that's gorgeous. So nice to be finally flying in Orbx Washington scenery. I've been meaning to do this for quite a while now. Right, okay, so we're now going to make our base leg. So nice to fly. Really, really nice. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to pick up this aircraft? Are you going to pick up another Carenado? Now, you've probably seen the premiere on the channel quite a few times because I do love that bird as well, but this one is better. I just prefer it. It's got more character.
200.
As soon as we hit the deck,
100.
I'm going to put out the speed brakes. Sorry, the reversers rather.
40, 30, 20.
So you can
10.
hear them in action. Listen to this. Considering how that approach was far too high, I literally came to a stop so quick in this thing. I cannot wait to take this around a few Orbx airfields in the UK actually, like maybe even like Stapleford or something like that. Can I get it in there? Wow, yeah, really, really nice. So we'll clean up here, put our landing light off, strobes off, and take all of our icing stuff off as well. Ignitions can come off. And there we are. Welcome to Tacoma Narrows. Now I'm going to be flying this thing quite a lot, so you're going to see more and more of this bird on the channel. It is a winner. Absolute winner. Go grab it, guys. It's got 35% off right now at the time of this recording. I really do feel that I need to jump on that opportunity, because you don't get many discounts from Carenado with X-Plane aircraft. So make the most of it if I were you. Right, we're just going to taxi back down the runway and have a quick break, then I'm going to go flying somewhere else in this thing. I think I'm down to fly this all day actually. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now. Right, where's the bar? Oh, they look fun. Wonder if I can blag a ride on one of those.